Good morning. Welcome to zoology class. Today the topic is vermicompost for organic farming, an eco-friendly approach. First, I'd like to give you introduction. Under present day condition, it became very essential to protect environment from further degradation. Develop appropriate technologies for use in recycling various organic waste and to harm energy, thus minimizing environmental stress. Vermi technology is a promising technique that has shown its potential in certain challenging areas like augmentation of food production, waste recycling, management of solid waste, etc. The word vermiculture biotechnology implies a modern technique of harnessing the ecosystem for effective utilization of organic waste with the help of earthworms, which results into generation of useful organic manure. It helps to avoid the environmental pollution and expenditure of resources free to treat the organic waste. A large volume of organic matter generated from agricultural activities like dairy farm, industrial establishments, animal shelters and household activities, etc. These are dumped to purify without proper utilization. So wastes are the misplaced valuable resources which can be utilized by proper composting. Okay. The composted waste, the vermicompost, which has higher qualities of manures, can be used to feed our nutrient organic matter hungry soils. Okay. Vermicompost is considered superior to other types of compost because of its quality. Soils with vermicompost have roughly 100 times more bacteria than soil without worms. Moreover, plant growth promoting substances have been reported to be present in this vermicomposts. Okay. So to increase in due to increase in human population and urbanization, which led to food scarcity. To increase food production, agriculturists are tempted to use more amounts of chemical fertilizers and pesticides frequently, which causes several hazards to soil microflora, which in turn affects fertility. For instance, chemical fertilizers like ammonia sulfate, ammonia chloride, and urea reduce the soil pH. Chlorides are highly toxic to the most of the crop plants. The accumulation of chemicals by biomagnification in plants and their products causes several diseases in human beings. Infant diseases such as methanoglobinemia is caused due to nitrogen containing fertilizers. The residue of chemical fertilizers cause concern over the safety of food and sustainable production. Hence, it became imperative for the researchers and pioneers to develop an alternative viable strategy to counterfeit the problem. Okay. So, the organic farming, it is nothing but the vermicompost formation. Usage of eco-friendly manures such as green manures, urban waste, rural waste, etc. can bring sustainability to agriculture. Vermicomposting is an eco-friendly, economical, efficient, novel technology that can be applied to utilize agriculture and other organic waste. This technology also provides opportunity for self-employment for rural people. By utilizing the available agricultural resources, the technology had begun in Ontario of Canada in 1970. Now it is practiced in countries such as USA, Japan and Philippines. In India, the vermicomposting technology is getting familiarized in this decade. A number of agro-industrial organic waste discarded as unstable, which contain essential nutrients, can be explored to improve the physical, chemical and biological properties of the soil. The digested product of the earthworm is known as castings, which is rich in nutrients such as phosphorus, potassium, calcium and magnesium. These increase the fertility of the soil. The advantages of vermicompost. Potential environmental benefits of vermi technology includes reduction of noxious qualities of organic waste, elimination or reduction of harmful microorganisms, conservation of agro waste into higher value fertilizer and production of food and feed from the food discards. Okay. Vermicompost envisages the soil fertility for years together without affecting the food quality. The NPK content of vermicompost is higher than that of farmyard waste. See here, nitrogen in vermicompost is 0.45%, whereas farmyard waste it is 0.18% only. Phosphorus is 0.57 of vermicompost, 0.2% only farmyard. Potassium is 3.14% and farmyard is 0.5%. So the research fellow Sujata reported earthworm castings in the home garden often contain 5 to 11 times more nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium than the surrounding soil. Castings of earthworms also contain abundant sources of vitamins, antibiotics and enzymes such as potassium amylase, lipase, cellulases and chitinases. Vermicompost technology can provide employment to millions of youth and can eliminate dependence on chemical fertilizers and can convert waste into fertilizer and can bring wasteland under cultivation and can lead hungry citizens and can make country green and prosperous in the span of just a few years. This technique also helps to conserve the biodiversity, which is the need of the country. So apart from providing self-employment opportunities for the weaker section and profitable agriculture waste utilization also done, it will help in maintaining the environmental ecological balance also. Vermicomposting for Indian conditions. Most towns and cities in India do not have proper waste management systems Untreated solid waste is generally dumped in landfills or on the roadside, and the liquid wastes are discharged into water bodies. Domestic wastes are mostly organic and on average are about 50% of the total waste. It is essential that each household produces not less than 200 kg of organic solid waste per year. This can be put to productive use rather than being thrown into the bin from where it makes its way to overloaded landfills. These waste can be considered as resources to produce manure for the soil using vermicomposting technology. Vermicomposting for rural development. Large quantity of potential of agro-industrial waste and byproducts are thrown out as waste or underutilized by the local population. Since they are not aware of its importance, the materials can be utilized profitably by vermicomposting, which is a low-cost technology. Unemployed rural population can do this as part-time or full-time profession if they are aware of the technology, know how to utilize the materials. Awareness about the vermiculture and vermicomposting will motivate the rural people to start vermicomposting units which can fetch regular income for them. Revenue generation through vermiculture and vermicomposting. Vermi technology is a popular technology because of simple methodology with low investment and does not need sophisticated infrastructure to process 1 ton of organic matter daily. It would not require about 1500 square meters of space within 6 workers. With the 6 workers, it would produce about 70 tons of earthworm castings annually. Innovative, interested and talented rural people can be successfully entrepreneurs in the vermicompost production and acquiring profits which will enhance their lifestyle and income. They will be able to spend time usefully by getting job opportunities with the help of self-employment schemes. Next, vermi technology. Earthworms for composting. Earthworms constitute more than 80% of soil invertebrate biomass. They feed on variety of organic waste materials and produce vermicompostings. It contains more microorganisms, organic matter and inorganic materials in the form that can be used by plants. Nearly 10 to 15% primary production is channelized through earthworms in absolutely ideal conditions of comfort and ground up moist food. The herd will recycle their own weight in the waste every 24 hours. The vermicomposting is an ideal and appropriate method for disposal of non-toxic solid liquid organic waste. Next, selection of worms. There are about 3000 species of earthworms in the world. At present, earthworm fauna in the Indian subcontinent comprises 509 species placed in 67 genera and 10 families. Earthworms in ecological terms are classified into 3 groups depending on their ability to make burrows and intricacy of burrows. Mostly used earthworms are epigenic earthworms that cannot make burrows in the soil strata. They can only move through the surfaces of the surface. Endogenic are the subsoil dwellers found in deeper region of the soil, and anzic earthworms found in the soil which are not frequently disturbed. Epigenic earthworm species efficiently enhance the rate of organic manure production through biodegradation and mineralization compared to other species. The ideal epigenic category of earthworm used for vermicompost are Eudrilus, Eugenia, Escherichia foetidus, Erionyx, excavatus, Lampilo, Mortil, and Dravida Vilsil. Their culture and maintenance. Epigenic earthworms remains active throughout the year under favorable condition. Moist levels, temperature, food, and the space are essential for their survival and biomass production. Temperature below 35 degrees centigrade and moisture level between 40 and 60% is ideal condition for earthworm activity. Spaces for earthworm culture and size of pit. The convenient dimensions such as 2 meter into 1 meter into 1 meter has to be prepared. Raw material for vermicomposting. Through earthworms can digest diverse range of organic residue and yield rich vermicompost. It is better to use pre-digested organic waste for worms to act faster and produce high quality compost. The pre-digested waste is an ideal medium for the worms to act on. The pre-digested material will be converted into quality vermicompost within 30 days. The composite organic waste should be degraded using diluted fresh cow dung slurry, which is to be sprinkled over the several layers of heap. The heap has to be kept moist by regular irrigation, and it will have to be turned 2 to 3 times at an interval of 10 days. Next, preparation of vermi bed. 5 layers it should be. First layer 10 centimeters with what is this? Broken bricks or pebbles. Second layer 5 centimeters squares sand. Third layer 30 centimeter agricultural waste, farm waste, animal droppings, etc. Next, fourth layer 25 centimeters agricultural waste, farm waste, animal droppings. Next, fifth layer 5 centimeters wet cow dung. Okay, these are 5 layers. Then collection of earthworms. Earthworms can be collected from the field by applying a simple technology in a well-shaped patch of the land where the earthworm castings are found. A small area of 1 meter into 1 meter should be embarked. About 500 gram jaggery and an equal quantity of fresh cow dung should be mixed in 15 to 20 liters of water, and diluted slurry should be sprinkled over the area. Wet pads of cow dung is scattered over the area, and a layer of moisturized straw should be laid over it. The whole area is covered with jute sack. Regular watering should continue for a period of 20 to 25 days, and care should be taken to avoid water stagnation. When the cover is removed, one can see 600 to 700 small worms that can be used for composting. Introduction of worms into the bed. The optimum number of worms to be introduced is 100 per meter length in the bed. Raw materials will be spread again over the earthworms gently up to the level of 25 centimeters. In continuation, wet cow dung with moisture will be covered over the level of 5 centimeters. Leaf dust of neem, Acros calamus, rhizome dust and neem cake can be used in the management of enemies. After a period of 10 days, the organic layering is mixed well gently without injuring the earthworms. Vermicomposting mechanism. Earthworms gut is an effective tubular bioreactor with raw materials entering from one end and the product castings coming out through another end. The temperature is maintained by novel temperature regulatory mechanism, accelerating the rates of bioprocess and preventing enzymes inactivation caused by high temperature. Gizzard's colloidal mill, in which the feed is ground into particles smaller than 2 meters, giving thereby an increased surface area for microbial processing. Earthworm gut has nearly 73% of gram-negative facultative anaerobic Vibrio species that are responsible for the degradation of ingested food. Mucus produced by glands in the anterior region of the earthworm gut provides favorable substrate for symbiotic microorganisms that decompose complex organic compounds. Next, harvesting of vermicompost and storage. Watering has to be stopped 7 days prior to harvest so that worms settle at bottom layer. The layer will be obtained as black color. It is the indication that conversion of raw material and castings into compost. Matured compost, a fine loose granular mass will be removed from the pit. Sieved, dried for 12 hours in shade and packed in fertilizer bags for storage. This matured compost has rich nutrient value. Harvest of worm biomass. The worms and its cocoons are to be collected by sieving under subsequent vermicomposting. So, final conclusion. Vermiculture and vermicomposting technology is easy to practice, economically sound and can create more employment opportunities for the rural people to upgrade their living standards. At present, vermiculture technology is all set to emerge as a big business of the next century. The organic manure obtained from different waste materials using the versatile techniques will avoid pollution problems to greater extent. India being agriculture based country, it could easily produce millions and tons of vermicompost and considerably reduce the use of chemical fertilizers. Okay, you understood? I think you understood my class. Thank you for listening in my class.